Welcome back, everybody. We're now joined by Adam Guillette, president of Accuracy in Media. It's a nonprofit grassroots citizens watchdog of the basket of biased press. Sir, thank you for taking the time.
Hey, thank you so very much for having me.
Difference between awareness of a dangerous problem, a dangerous disease, and spreading panic. What is your evaluation writ large of how the majority of the press has conducted themselves in the last couple of weeks?
Well, all you have to know about this is that before the World Health Organization declared it to be a pandemic, before the Center for Disease Control declared it to be a pandemic, the geniuses at CNN declared it to be a pandemic, because when I want my medical news, I turn to the folks who clearly know more than the CDC.
Yeah. Dr. Drew Pensky blasted the mainstream press, saying that they blew this all out of proportion, the loss in the stock market, the panic buying on the store shelves, and that this fake news that they were putting out there, whether it be Trump and Google, which is a whole story, that it was the news agencies around this country who should have some culpability. Do you agree?
Absolutely. They're responsible for creating a tremendous amount of panic. Now, I agree with Dr. Drew when he makes the point that if we cause 10% to panic too much so that the rest behave appropriately, that's fine. But the mainstream media doesn't have that in mind. They're trying to get attention, and they're trying to score political points on the president in times of crisis. It's disgusting and morally outrageous to see where their real priorities lie.
Yeah, and what do you make about the press insisting that they know what President Trump's health is? Did you take the test? Did you take the test? Did you take the test? I thought, nobody believes that Jim Acosta cares about the health of the president. So what do you think was their angle?
Well, Jim Acosta only cares about Jim Acosta. It's the same thing as we would expect from this. They're looking for any angle they can use to smear or attack the president, regardless of what the facts are. These are people who don't care about the facts, who don't care about reporting the truth. They know they have a fervent base of anti-Trumpers who want to read anti-Trump stories. So almost as if they're publishing fan fiction, they're desperate to spread any rumors or spread any stories or publish anything they can that might be negative towards the president.
In the middle of a pandemic, we just showed the folks at home what passes for news over at MSNBC on the Joy Reid program over there. Some guy by the name of Eric Boehlert got on the air and said that Fox News, quote, kills people and has been killing people because they don't surrender to left-wing socialism and government control over your health care. And I'm just wondering, when does it get to be too much? Or maybe the general public is already rendering the verdict. You tell me.
Well, I think the declining ratings that the networks have seen, that your local newspaper has seen in subscriberships, it tells us all we need to know about what mainstream Americans think of this approach. MSNBC also had on Jennifer Rubin from the Washington Post, who similarly said Republicans are more likely to die because they get their news from Fox News. Again, echoing the same sentiment. They must pass around talking points, suggesting that if we don't listen to the MSNBCs and the New York Times and the CNNs, we're all a bunch of bumpkins in flyover country and we're all going to die simply because we listen to news sites like this one or like Fox. It's outrageous.
Yeah, you know what? I concur. And I seem to remember something called the Deepwater Horizon on the Obama administration's watch. Big government couldn't cap the oil, and it put millions upon millions of dollars at risk in coastal communities. I remember Obama's Environmental Protection Agency dumping millions of toxic sludge into a Colorado River and turning it orange. Yet I don't recall any of these people jumping on MSNBC or CNN saying, oh, MSNBC kills people, CNN kills people because they're constantly kissing Barack Obama's rear end. I don't recall any of that.
If Deepwater Horizon happened during the Trump administration, they would expect him to be down there with a scuba tank and a really big cork. They would expect him to be personally resolving that and cleaning off the birds with Dove soap. The standard they hold one side to is dramatically different than the way they hold the other side. And the thing is, they know these stories aren't accurate. They know that they have no balance in what they're doing, but they're fervently trying to appease that one specific side that wants to read anti-Trump stories. So objective journalism is no longer their goal.
Well, yeah, and it hasn't been in existence at those networks for a long time. Adam Guillette, thank you very much. Accuracy in media, sir. We'll talk again, I'm sure. Still more to come, folks. The FBI misplaces a key piece of evidence involving General Michael Flynn. That story when we come back. Stay with us.